Hi Aquarius, I hope you're all doing well. So I've been wanting to work with your energy from the beginning of this series. I wanted to read for you from the very start. You were going to be the first sign that I read for. And then you just kept getting bumped and pushed back, and it felt like it wasn't time yet, it wasn't ready. And then I tried to read for you, and I did a reading, and I felt like it wasn't really good, and what I felt needed to come through, or like the message was just kind of meh, like I didn't feel like it was right. So I'm like, okay, I hold off. Then yesterday I recorded your reading, and I mean, it's a good reading, and I'll attach it to the extended for this one. So if you purchase the extended for this reading, then you will also get those readings that I already recorded. So big bonus readings in there for you if you choose. If you don't choose to get the extended or you don't want an extended, don't worry about it. You're going to receive everything you need right here. I'm not going to leave you on any kind of weird cliffhanger so that you can go buy the extended. Okay? So, but I will include those other messages because they've been recorded. But then today I felt like, I feel the energy has shifted a little bit. Maybe this is the right time for Aquarius's reading. So like all the signs, I've been pulling out 2 cards from Kim Cran's Alchemy deck to see what 2 forces are coming together for you to manifest something in your life. And the first thing that came out was Resin, which is pretty interesting because this card talks about a holding period, a holding stage. And that's exactly what I've been feeling with your energy. It's like I'm just holding your energy. Like, it's taken me so long to do your reading, but I've been with you this entire time. Your energy has been with me. I've been meditating on it, thinking about it. Is it Aquarius? Is it Aquarius? It even came up in the last collective because I could feel the energy. So there's something significant here for you to know about this space of kind of in between, or feeling like you're holding, maybe you're holding space for something, or you're holding on to something, or you feel like you haven't quite allowed yourself to go forward, or something hasn't come in for you, whatever, right? Like you're in this place that's like, okay, but what gives actually? And I don't know, we're going to find out what gives, what's going on here. But resin is also like an encasing, when we have an insect that's in resin and we look at it and we admire it and it's protected and it's preserved. So there's some kind of preservative, protective energy surrounding you right now. Perhaps there's some energy that's surrounding you that is making it a little bit challenging for people to read you. Okay? So this could be a very good thing because something's going on within you that is only for you. And Spirit doesn't want it to be taken by someone else. Yeah, because also with this card, I just wrote some of the notes down here. She talks about how this represents capture in a certain time and place. Someone preserving something for observation. So there could be someone around you, or it could be an aspect of yourself, but let's go with someone around you who's trying to capture your energy in some sense, or hold on to you for observation. Maybe they're watching you. The other force that came in was breath. This is beautiful. Breath is about life force, breathing new life into something. And when we have an insect in resin, I mean, they're not alive, right? They're just still. Or maybe that's an illusion. Like metaphorically, just go with me here. Maybe somebody thinks you're stuck or you're in some holding period and they can just like look over and say, oh yeah, Aquarius is still there, still doing that, still that same person, etc., etc. But in all actuality, you're breathing new life. New things are happening. A new space is opening up for you. But this new space is veiled, hidden from someone's eyes for your protection. So it's very interesting. Now, of course, we all know that Pluto went into your sign. So this could have something to do with the energy shifts as well, and that holding energy. And we want to make sure that Pluto really gets in there before we start working with that energy. So interesting. So Pluto is breathing new life into you, which is a beautiful thing. It can be scary depending on what you associate with Pluto, but regardless of what you think about Pluto, the planet is transformative. It's going to transform you. I feel like this is a very positive transformation for you. And maybe Pluto itself has been stuck in Capricorn for so long, and it's happy to breathe new life with you. Interesting message. Okay, Aquarius. Let's get into your reading and see what else wants to come out for you. Aquarius. How have you been feeling? Somebody commented, they were in Aquarius, they said they felt like they'd been like feeling a little dazed, confused, lost, And I can see how that would happen with this energy. But what you really need to know is nothing is stuck, nothing is stagnant. You might not see what's happening, what's going on, but something new is opening up. I mean, look at this freaking card. Look how beautiful that is. There's something here. You might be traveling somewhere soon for some of you. Okay, let's get the cards out and see what's going on. Spirit is very protective of your energy right now. It's awfully quiet, okay? And this is maybe part of your message, to embrace the quietness, the stillness at this time. Because things are going to shift rapidly and radically. I'm seeing morte, the word morte, so maybe something about death coming in here, transformation. Okay, Spirit. I'm seeing a dove. Tell me about this message for Aquarius. Why is this happening? Well, this is really good. This is good news. Maybe there's something going on with Pisces in your chart you want to be aware of. Interesting. These cards from Pisces reading I just found are in here. Foresight and Weaver. As you're able to have foresight and see into your future or the future, or you have some intuitions of how things are unfolding, don't forget that foresight is just not foresight. It's also manifestation. So-called psychic abilities, if we want to think about them as seeing into the future, it's not really seeing into the future of what is actually 100% going to play out. It's seeing the potential and the possibility of something playing out. And when you see that, or you position your energy into that particular possibility, you actively cultivate its manifestation. So it's not really about psychic ability, it's about your ability to manifest that which you see as a possibility into reality, that others look back and say, "Oh, how did you know that? How did you know that?" And you knew that because you created it. Whoa, Aquarius. I don't know exactly what I just said there, but seems important. The Magician. Yeah. So Spirit wants you to know that you might have these psychic downloads and insights and intuitions. And these are also your way of manifesting. So if you see something you don't like, unfolding in the future, or you have an intuition that something bad might happen, switch your focus, change your perspective, try to see another pathway, another potential, another timeline, another dimension. Because if you focus your energy there instead, that portal will open. You'll weave that into reality. See? And that's kind of like what I've been doing. This is like the third reading, I think. The third reading I've recorded for you. And it's like we have these three pathways, these three possibilities, these three portals. Where do we want to put our energy? What do we want to put out to the collective? And it's definitely this reading, because this reading is pretty freaking beautiful with the cards I'm seeing here. So let's get into it. But I just want you to know, and so does Spirit, that you have really the ability to manifest your visions. So don't confine yourself and constrain yourself to one particular outcome or one particular vision if you don't like it. And, you know, sometimes we do this in very mundane ways. It doesn't have to be all like, oh, you know, like super spiritual stuff. It doesn't have to be like that. But sometimes in mundane ways, we just think to ourselves, oh, I know, like the next computer that comes my way is also going to be busted, and I'm just going to have to repair that. And I'm just going to I'm taking this as a real example from someone who has an Aquarius moon. I love you if you're watching. But, you know, they were like, oh, you know, this is bad thing is going to happen, and it's just so frustrating, and et cetera, et cetera. It's like in that prophetizing into the future, you know, that insight you have into what's going to happen next, and you're so sure about it, you're also manifesting that reality into being. Truly, energetically, it is true. Okay, so let's get into it, Aquarius, and see what Spirit wants me to pull out some of these. Okay, what is it? Love. Yeah, it's like look through the lens of love. Bring love into your vision. Breathe love into your current reality. Like right now. Breathe love into, like right now, what you're doing. I don't care if you're cleaning your house and you're not really watching this or whatever the hell you're doing. Like take a minute, take a breath. Breathe in and exhale love into your current reality, because you are going to manifest that. I'm not joking. 2 of Cups, you're going to manifest that, but you have to put the intention in there. And you could have all of these profound visions of what you want to do for humanity, what you want to do for your sister, I'm hearing, okay? I'm hearing Ella. Whatever it is that you want to do for whoever, even for yourself, you could have all these amazing visions. But if you don't infuse them with the frequency of love, they're never going to feel totally soul-fulfilling for anyone. And you are the great humanitarian manifester. Like you're not just manifesting for yourself, you're manifesting for all. So please, Aquarius, use that power and bring love into the present moment. And I know you've been betrayed in love, so this is going to be difficult for some of you. Exile. Yeah, you might not want to do this. Terror. You're afraid of doing this. But it's going to keep you prisoner, that fear. Now, before we get into these gorgeous cards, I don't know why we're building this anticipation, but we are. I want to know a little bit more about who's watching you. Fire could be a fire sign with wisdom here. Somebody who's trying to learn from you or gain some knowledge from you. Mask. Someone that can't really be trusted. We have strength. They could be putting on a show that they're a strong person, you know, whatever. But there's a mask this person is wearing. And so why is Aquarius being protected from this? One second. Dystopia. Because when you feel this person's energy on you, their gaze upon you, or just their focus on you, the vision of love starts to fade and you feel this dystopic energy instead. Or maybe they just bring a dystopic vibe into your life. So there's something about you being protected, okay? Your life is protected. Your life path, your breath, the secret. And Spirit is kind of like tucking away something that you're doing from some prying eye, okay? So that's as much as I want to say about that. But that's just confirmation for someone. Now, if you feel like that's not for you, don't worry about it. But I felt like that needed to come out. Okay. Queen of Swords for your current energy, Aquarius. Well, don't you know everything? You do, though. You do. You're very smart. And you're honest. And you're well-versed. You know a lot of things through study, through learning. Yeah, that wisdom card. Where is it? This raven. Look, it's in your hand. See, it's like somebody wants your wisdom or wants something from you like that. Maybe it's like cosmic wisdom and they don't really realize that that's why they're obsessed with you. You know what I mean? But there's like some obsessive energy that is like they don't even know who they really are, and all this other shadowy stuff is going on with them. Very focused on you because you just have this pull to you that you know things on a deeper level and that you do have the capacity to breathe new life into the world. Okay? And I feel like this is all happening for you because you're meant to gain deeper clarity and truth about how wise you actually are. You're also meant to really know through and through that you can create your own reality. And it's not that complicated. It really isn't. It truly is a matter of consciously directing and observing your own thoughts and then making a conscious decision to bring the frequency of love into whatever it is that you want to do. Okay, so how will all this impact you? 2 of Cups. Well, then you manifest love. You infuse something with love, you manifest it. You see the future through the lens of love, and that's what manifests. Now, what love means to you could be different, okay, than what it means to me. Doesn't really matter, okay? Just 1818, the moon card, right? We don't really know what we all feel and think about love, but let's just go with the frequency of love as you personally experience it and feel it. But maybe that's something to be aware of, that different people have different conceptions of what love is. So be aware of that too. 2 of Cups is what's manifesting for you. I mean, this is a connection with yourself, an aspect of yourself on a deeper level, but I also feel like it's with someone else. So tell me more about this connection. I'm hearing blessed. 10 of Cups, blessed. This connection is blessed. Long-term happiness. Look, you're painting the town together. You're painting the world into all these colors. You're bringing color in. You're bringing something back to life, too. Breathing new life into something. Well, this is beautiful. There's something about Cancer energy in here. I'm seeing this little crab. Okay. So what challenges will arise for you? Queen of Cups. How do I say this? Well, there's a point where all this can get super cheesy, right? And annoying. Like, oh, just look at the world through love, you know? And like, I'm just so happy and everything's love. And it's like, bitch, come on now. All right. So maybe this is a little bit of a challenge. to stay grounded and to, hold the darkness in balance. Okay, we do no matter how much we infuse the future with love, we still have a shadow side, and we need to acknowledge that. And we're still working through pathways. I'm hearing the pathways of darkness within others and within ourselves. So we can't, I'm hearing something, we can't bullshit our way to love and light. So no spiritual bypassing here, just seeing everything through rose-colored glasses and being all love and light and not acknowledging the dark. That's not going to get you anywhere. That's not even really true love, to be honest. Love is acknowledging everything that's in existence. It's truth. So the challenge is maybe other people around you, maybe me. Somebody here might be all like, woohoo, love and light, yay. And you're like, really? Don't you see what's going on in the world? Don't you see what's going on in this relationship? Don't you see the masks and the backstabbing? So this could also be you. Other people seeing this about you, like Aquarius. Are you in La La Land? Like, what's going on over there? So there's a message here about the need to stay balanced and stay grounded. It could be a little bit of a challenge, either as you work with other people or maybe even yourself. Yeah. I'll just share this because it's coming up. I was watching somebody, I don't know, it's just like their vlog, and they're super happy about the life changes that have happened to them, and they're truly, genuinely happy. But they're trying so hard to just only stay positive and only express positive messages and never acknowledge the challenges or any kind of self-doubts or darkness or anything, that it just, well, you're setting yourself up for big failure that way. Yeah, I don't know why that's coming through. Yeah, okay, so we'll leave that there. How can you thrive in this energy? 10 of Pentacles, you're building something. Something sweet you're building. The 10 of Pentacles represents longevity, commitment, stability, material wealth, but it's also resourcefulness and moving up the tree of life. And that's what's happening here for you, Aquarius. So you can take solace in knowing that whatever's unfolding for you is for your highest good, and it's going to be successful. And it looks like it's this connection. This connection could be with another person, or it could be with a job, but there's something here that just makes your heart sing. And it sings in the energy of truth. 33 or 333 could be significant. You're free as well. I just want you to know that you're free if you choose. So what's your advice? The 6 of Wands. Celebrate this. Inspire others as well. That's the great gift of Aquarian energy. Is that when you share yourself and your soul, your passion, your knowledge, your wisdom, it really takes hold. Other people listen. You make ripples in the energy space. You actually create real change here. And other people value that about you, Aquarius. And that weirdo over there, they see your value too. They truly do. But for some reason, Spirit's not giving them access or privy to what's going on. But that doesn't mean that you keep yourself small. Just because Spirit doesn't want someone to see what's going on with you and your growth and all of this cool stuff, your rewards, your blessings. It doesn't mean you need to hide. Just trust that Spirit's doing what it needs to do to protect you, to keep you veiled, and in whatever way you need. You celebrate yourself. You put yourself out there. You keep doing you. Don't make yourself small. Don't second guess yourself. I'm hearing in your inventions, your creations, because the people in your life, and also just the people in general, need whatever it is that you're putting out there. So let's see what's going to manifest out of Resin and Breath. And then I'll go into the extended. The link is in the description box below. So let's see what's going to manifest for Aquarius. No, that's too much. Just one. Thank you. The sun. Yeah, you shine. You shine on. All right. Number 1, the Magician. This is not even the right book. Interesting. What is the first card here in this book? Tidy house, clarity and organization. Yeah, it's like you're clearing some things out. Getting organized here with your visions and your future. Okay. Expression, vitality, and identity. Each morning the sun graces the night sky, summoning the dawn. Such is the energy of the sun card. With its arrival is an activation and a presence of vitality, of new beginnings. With the breath card too. It is said that the sun is linked to the hero archetype and the yang dynamic in Chinese alchemy. Through the sun's radiance, we are inclined to see ourselves fully and establish a sense of who we are. We gain confidence and a clearer vision. In its light, we are assured that we too have an important role in the world. Associated with masculine dynamics, the sun card certainly carries a risk if not kept in check. Remember, the sun never actually sets. I just said this to Pisces. So weird. There's something about not Pisces, sorry, Aries. I just said this to Aries, but there's something about you and Pisces and you and Aries. Maybe it's parts of your chart. Okay. The sun never actually sets. It's the earth that pivots away. Assess whether it's time for you to awaken more fully or turn away and rest. Sunburns humble us all. It says, read the poem Still I Rise by Maya Angelou. And that something is coming into being. Something is being birthed into your life, Aquarius. Wow, this is beautiful. Okay, I love you so much. I'll see you next time.